The weather. Also taking place this weekend, there's the cricket, isn't there? There's Leeds Festival, there's the races, it's all going on. But the V2 World Cup is taking place right here in York. Huh? V2? What is V2? We're going to find out all about it next. It's a sport, it's happening in York, and it's the World Cup. So we'll get all the details after the Communards. The Communards and Never Can't Say Goodbye. Now, did you know there's a World Cup taking place right here in North Yorkshire this week? If you didn't know, it's might be one that's new to you. It's called the V2 World Cup, and it's at the David Lloyd Centre on Hull Road in York. And it's a game that was invented here in North Yorkshire, and the inventor is Paul Hildreth, and he's come in with me now. Morning, Paul.
Hello.
I've got... Well, I'm going to call it two colanders with a stick in the middle. There's a colander at either end at different angles. And, yeah, I'd like you to explain what I might like to do with my sticks, please.
OK. Basically, it's the simplest sport there is. There's no goals, no markings, no zones, no targets. You score points by hitting each other with those balls thrown from the stick.
So someone throws the ball at you?
Yeah, and if you get hit, they get a point. If you catch it, you get 3 points.
And you have to catch it in the colander?
Yes. That's an unusual description.
Well, yes, it is. It's an oval-shaped colander. So what do you call the at the end bits?
It's just a scoop.
A scoop, right, yeah. A scoop. Yeah, I suppose. But it's got holes, you see. I wouldn't call that a scoop because it's more of a colander because it's got holes in it.
But you use it for scooping the ball up, you see.
Oh, right, yeah. So you scoop the ball up. Yeah, okay. Oh, right. So, and basically it's like a tennis ball, isn't it? Similar to, it's softer than a tennis ball.
It is softer. Tennis balls
more
would
like
hurt.
A dog ball. You know, yeah.
It's low pressure.
Yeah. Oh, right. Well, I understand that now then. So, tell us about the championship this week then. Who's taking part? How many people?
Okay, we've got... It's V2, which is the singles version of VX, and it's this one-on-one. It played in a squash court, 3 balls. We're up at the David Lloyd Leisure Centre, and a massive thank you to them. They've thrown so much support and effort at this. They've been wonderful with us. And we've got people from India, Hong Kong, Scotland, England. We had a couple of late withdrawals for people had things happen for us, so we didn't get Switzerland, we didn't get the Basque Country at the last minute. The Ugandans were coming, they didn't get their visas till the last minute, then couldn't get flights, so they suffered from bureaucracy. But we had a great first day yesterday. Some wonderful V2 played.
And I mean, it is a growing sport, isn't it? How long has it been going?
It was launched in 2006, and since then it's now got a toehold in 26 countries, 16 national governing bodies, and the World Cup in 2017 was in Italy. Last year was in India, was organised by my friend Suman here, and they really set the bar high with what they managed to achieve. So we had to really try hard to get a fantastic event this year. Well,
let's talk to Suman here. Dr. Suman Shankar Diwari is the head of VX in India. How did this come about for you, Suman?
About the championship?
No, but how did you get involved in VX?
Yeah, I contacted Craig Buttrey, who was previously the commissioner of the Global VX, and we have a lot of correspondence on the email, and then we sorted out and we got representation to represent India in England.
And are you quite... I mean, there's a lot of competition between England and India, particularly with the cricket and things like that. Is India quite good at VX?
No.
No, you're honest.
Because they are the founder of the sport and they know better than us, but we are trying to match them to give them a fight. Last in 2018, one of our Indians, Seva Singh, was in the finals.
Wow. So it's an improving... is it still a small sport in India?
Yeah.
But increasing, yeah.
No, right now it is spread in 4 and 5 states.
Okay.
We were introduced in 2014. Dr. Paul came to India to give us the coaching guidelines to how to play the game. And after that, we participated in 15 and 16. And this is the third time we are participating in the World Cup.
I mean, it does sound like a lot of fun, Paul.
That's the most important thing. It is a lot of fun. Your colleagues at the World Service called it the best sport you've never heard of.
Yeah, that sounds about right, doesn't it? I mean, it must be quite unusual. You don't hear of new sports. I mean, there's sports that suddenly get included in the Olympics and things like that, but they're known sports, aren't they? Things like skateboarding and stuff like that. But this is it must be quite an unusual thing to have an actual new sport.
It is, and it's a very funny feeling to see it then being played in Hong Kong, in India. Next year's World Cup is in Hong Kong, and we've got people coming from Australia to that one. We've had test matches as well. Suman hosted the first test match series. We took an England team over there. I have to say the other countries are coming along very strong. So this is why England aren't resting on their laurels all the time. They're trying to push the boundaries and raise the standard higher and higher.
What kind of age people are getting involved?
Our oldest registered player is 74. It's not me. And he's competing this week in the World Championships. We've got youth category, which is 14 to 17, seniors, which is 18 plus, and masters, which is 40 plus. And yeah, Rick is competing in that. Our youngest registered player has been, he's 3 actually. He's just turned 4.
I was going to say, it's the sort of thing that youngsters might get involved just because it looks such fun.
Yeah, to start with, it was all teenagers. And then the demographics have just got wider and wider and wider, which is fantastic. And the thing is as well, it's very accessible to people with physical and cognitive impairments. It doesn't just attract sporty people. We have a lot of people who do VX that just don't do any other sport, and they get opportunities like this.
Fantastic. Well, before we talk about the time it starts today, because I'm sure people will want to come along, I don't know whether I dare mention it, but Suman, how are you feeling about the current test series at the moment, the Ashes series at the moment? We talked about the rivalry between India and England in the cricket, but Australia, I mean, you must just be laughing your head off today about the cricket.
I just saw on the newspaper.
Yes, you've got a smile on your face. Yes, you must be very pleased this morning. Yeah. So today people want to come along, Paul.
Yeah, today we finished the group stages. It's first match is at 10 and we go to about 4, so we'll finish the group stages by about 2. Then we get the quarterfinals, and tomorrow we go into semi-finals, and then we've got the 3 finals in the afternoon, the Masters, Youth, then the Senior. The final the Seniors, is at 3:30, and that's really, when we finish the group stages, that's really when it starts to hot up, because we're getting the top players against the top players.
Fantastic.
And some of the things these guys do, I say guys, it's male and female because it's gender neutral. It's just jaw dropping, absolutely breathtaking what these guys can do.
And when do you think you're going to be an Olympic sport?
Probably not in my lifetime.
No,
but
you never know.
It's a distant dream.
It might well happen. You don't know.
5
or 10 years. 5 or 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you both of you for coming in this morning, and enjoy the competition. It's Paul Hildreth and Dr. Suman Shankar Diwari, the head of the VX in.
Weekday mornings from 9.